What's up, guys? Stas here. So we're seeing some interesting price action in the stock market so far today. The S&P 500 is up 0.7%. The Nasdaq 100 is down a little bit. So I want to break down those two. And we're also going to be breaking down Tesla, NIO, Tattooed Chef stock, and some other ones that I'm watching today. So make sure to go down below, hit the like button, subscribe, get yourself into the Strive Smart Discord chat, and don't forget to also get two stocks from WeBull. Those are free, valued up to $1,600. And you could also check out my Patreon for real-time buy and sell alerts, call-outs, morning update videos, and if you guys want more access to me one-on-one, you can get that in the Patreon. That's linked right down below. So let's get into it. What we see right here is the Nasdaq 100, and if you all saw my video on Patreon this morning, we were talking about how the futures, they started to push up. We saw some green, as we saw in a lot of individual stocks as well. Tesla was over 700. NIO was at 45. Tattooed Chef was over 21, and they've pulled back from that. We'll talk about from those points. We'll talk about that in a little bit here, but we saw the pump up pre-market, and since then, we've seen a sell-off. I mean, look, the intraday chart on the Nasdaq 100, you guys can see we got to about almost 13K, 12,979 to be exact, almost 13K, and we've pulled down since then, and we've held 12,700, middle 12,700 area for as a support for multiple different occasions, right? We've held it multiple times, once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and what I'm seeing right here on this 1-minute chart, the intraday chart on the Nasdaq 100 as of now is a descending triangle. We actually talked about that in the Discord chat earlier. Look, support, like I said, mid 12,700s, and we're actually downtrending into the support. And if I redraw this very quickly to make it look a little bit more pretty, guys, right? You guys can see, look, descending triangle. And how does this play out? If the descending triangle plays out, we're going to ultimately dump under the mid 12,700 area and go 12.6, maybe 12.5. That is where we could be going. We could see a leg down if the descending triangle plays out, but it could break out and the descending triangle might not play out. And by that I mean, if we break the overall resistance of the descending triangle, we break this 180 SMA on the intraday chart, get into, let's say, 12,850, 12.9, break above 13K, that is obviously going to be a breakout. So I'm watching the intraday chart here on the Nasdaq 100, and when it comes to the hourly chart, actually the 4-hour chart, you can see it. I'm watching these main moving averages, 180 and the 50 SMA. This could be a bull trap, very well could be. We're struggling at a lower high as we speak under those moving averages, so it is critical to watch this point, guys. If we fail here at 13K, we might be going lower 12,000s, mid 12,000s. That could very well happen. And I mean, look, we have a key bond auction happening as I'm speaking. It actually started at 1 p.m. The Treasury will sell $38 billion of 10-year notes at 1 p.m. That's East Coast time. And right now it's 1:24 p.m. And the Wednesday auction, which is today, again, $38 billion, they've printed, and get this, guys, you think that's a lot. The Treasury printed roughly $3.6 trillion of new government debt in the past year. You guys know all of the money printing that's been going on. An increased supply of government debt and weak demand in a February bond auction has pushed interest rates higher. The U.S. 10-year Treasury yield has flirted with the 1.6 level in the recent weeks. And right now, you guys remember it was 1.6. Right now, at the time that I'm filming this, it's come down a significant amount. It's actually at 1.509, so it might crack under 1.5. So we're seeing a little bit of an ease here on the 10-year bond yield, and it's going to be interesting to see what this does in the next couple of days. Do they bid it up higher, which would have an effect here on the Nasdaq, the higher growth, risk on stocks, or does it continue to fall down. Maybe it continues to fall down and get under 1.5, which in the next couple of days, if it normalizes and goes down a bit lower, that could have an effect and swing the markets higher. And it's interesting now that the yield is going down. It's at 1.5. The Nasdaq has been going down with it. So yeah, I want to see if we get that inverse correlation maybe later today, maybe tomorrow. It all depends on how the 10-year is looking. We'll see if we get that pop in the higher risk stocks. So that's kind of what I'm thinking there with the Nasdaq. And again, you guys got to watch what the 10-year does here, as again, we've seen a lot of fight between the market, the 10-year, and just there's just been a lot of craziness, right? And we've seen Tesla, and for the S&P, guys, honestly, not much to say there. I really wanted to focus more on the Nasdaq 100 for this little update video, but the S&P on the flip side, it's still breaking out. I mean, look, we hit a higher high today in terms of this little uptrend we've been in over the past couple of trading days, so that's good. So I want to see if 38 or 39.15 breaks now. That's the next big level, followed by 39.30. So those are some thoughts on the S&P. And when it comes to higher growth stocks, I mean, look, like I said, the 10-year has been putting a lot of pressure on the NIOs of the world, on the Teslas, on the Cathie Wood-owned stocks, BNGO, Nano Dimension, right? The list goes on. A lot of these stocks have been hit, and earlier today, they did well. I mean, they were up a ton. Tesla, in fact, was up over $700. It was up to almost $720. If you guys remember, look at this. You can see on the intraday chart, yeah, $717 was the high of the day, and ever since then, it's dropped down about 7%. And if you guys recall, yesterday, Tesla was up 20%. So where could it go from this point? And you guys saw my post on Patreon last night, about Tesla, outlining a bunch of key levels, and one of the key levels we mentioned in that post, it panned out. I mean, it was 700, 695, 700. I mentioned how that is a big point of resistance from back earlier, actually more in the latter half of December of 2020, right? We topped at about 695, 700. So that's a big level. And the fact that we broke out of it earlier today, again, we got to 717. That was a good sign. But now we got back under it, so we have to break 700 again. Obviously, now it's a resistance again, but we are actually holding, as of now, 665, 660, which is another key level that is support right now. So I think Tesla could end up seeing a pop back up towards 700. I think that could be a short-term play on the stock. I mean, look at this. 665's holding. Maybe 700 could be the next gap to fill, giving it about 4% upside. I think that is where it could be going. Then from there, if 700 breaks, 745 is the next big target. Maybe 720 again, then 745 after 720. So watch out for these key levels on Tesla. I think this very well could be the point where it is reversing back up, but I don't want to be too, what's the word, guys? I don't want to go all in quite yet. I still want to approach with caution and not be crazy. Let's not take crazy risks quite yet. If Tesla were to get down to $300, $400, maybe that is where we could take even more risk and go in with more capital, right? But I'm not there quite yet. And I'm letting things shake out. We'll see what happens at $700 for this stock. And when it comes to NIO, let's take a look at that one. NIO. NIO, we're seeing similar price action. You know, we got a big pop yesterday. NIO was up also about 20%. And then pre-market today, it was seeing a nice spike. When the market opened, it got to about $45. And now it's trading at $41. So it's lost about 10% in the past couple of hours, 9.5% to be exact. And pulling up this 4-hour chart again, I mean, look, the fact that we got rejected at 45, now we're under the 50 SMA on this 4-hour chart as well. These are not the best of signs. In fact, this means the downtrend as of now is continuing. But I think the second 45 could break, and we break 47 too, that is where we're going to see more of potential reversal, more upside. Let's put it that way, because I could see NIO at that point go from 47, break $50 as well. That's another sticking point, break 50, and then we're going straight to 53, back into mid 50s. That's kind of what I see happening here. But like I said with Tesla, guys, I don't want to jump the gun too aggressively. We're not out of the woods yet, and we have to be careful, because for all we know, NIO could be testing the lows from a couple trading days ago, and same thing with Tesla. And one stock here that I'm in, I'm in all of these, by the way, guys, Tesla, NIO, and Tattooed Chef. I'm in all of these, literally. I have money in all of them. And Tattooed Chef is the one that I think does have maybe a little bit more juice in the short term than a NIO. Tesla, on the other hand, Tesla's a high flyer, guys. Same with NIO, but NIO's been shaky. You guys know that. And Tesla could surprise us, let's put it that way. But Tattooed Chef, I think, has some upside because they report earnings today, and I'm very eager to see those earnings. And if they do well, guys, listen, guidance goes up. The earnings conference call goes well. I think this could be a mid-$20 stock, and we could be pushing 27. 25 and 27, those are two big levels for Tattooed Chef that we must be watching. And you guys can see the excitement when it comes to the earnings. The stock was up to $22 pretty much earlier today. Now it's at about $20.90, and I want to see 21 hold. 21 is a big point on Tattooed Chef. That was a high point from yesterday and after market hours yesterday and pre-market today. So I think if Tattooed Chef could hold 21, 22 could be a push point for after hours, maybe pre-market tomorrow if they do well with earnings. And again, $25 I think is coming after that. So Tattooed Chef, I love it. And then let's talk about one more here before I wrap up the video, guys. This is actually a precious metal-oriented, mining-oriented company. FCX. This is free. Yeah, I always mess up the pronunciation of this company. It's Freeport McMoran, right? FCX, and I'm seeing an interesting inverse head and shoulder forming here on the hourly chart. Take a look at this. Left shoulder right here, the head right here, and this could be the right shoulder, especially since the neckline is holding as support. This could be the right shoulder right here, and I think we could complete anywhere from $36.50 upwards to $38, $39 per share. I think that is where the inverse right shoulder could end up completing. So look for the upside here. Gold's been doing pretty decent. Gold is up today. Yeah, it's up 0.2%. Yesterday it had a good 2% day. Silver is down a little bit. It's pretty much at break even, but I still think there's upside in silver. And you guys know these mining plays are ways that you can have a leverage bet on gold, on silver. And I don't own FCX. I own, like I said, Tesla, NIO, and Tattooed Chef. I don't own this one yet, but either way, I'm bullish on the mining companies. There's obviously a lot of individual ones, but this one I'm pretty bullish on in the short term as a swing trade, right? Haven't done much due diligence in this one as a long-term investment, and that's my responsibility to go do that if I'm looking at it from a long-term perspective, which honestly I'm not for this individual stock, but one that I am as a long-term investment, I'm already in it, is Barrick Gold, and this one's doing well today, up 1.2%. I bought this one in the low 19s last week, so gold is one I'm already long in, ticker symbol GOLD, for a long-term investment, and Freeport McMoran, right? This is one that I'm looking at more as a swing trade. So what do you guys think? Shoot me a comment down below in the comment section. Hit that like button. I would really appreciate it if you guys did that. It helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. So let's run that like button up. Smash it. Make sure to also subscribe to the channel. Get into the Strive Smart Discord chat. That's free. We have over 4,000 people in there. Get in that. And also get your 2 stocks from WeBull and your $10 from M1 Finance. All of that is literally free money, and the 2 stocks, they're actually valued up to $1,600, and those are all linked down below. And if you want more access to me throughout the day, buy and sell alerts, call outs, all real time and you want morning update videos and exclusive content throughout the day, I'm putting in so much work in the Patreon. Check out my Patreon, linked right down below, and make sure to shoot me a comment if you have any questions about the Patreon, or you can shoot me an email at Stas. My email address is stas@stasurfest.com. That's also linked down below. And yeah, I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, stay safe out there, guys. Keep crushing the markets. Peace out.